Now we get into the final stages of the heats for the BNL Karting Series kickoff here at the home of champions Karting Genk. It's the third and final Minimax heat. It is A and B. Let's have a look at your starting grid. So starting from pole position, Heat 2 winner by a whopping 7.5 seconds. Starting again on pole position is Jacob Ashcroft. He'll be joined by Heat 1 winner Cole Denham on the front row. Lieke van Berkel and Lars Lambers on row 2. Rory Armstrong and Albert Friend row 3. We've got Finn Albert Jorgensen and Vic van Kampenhout on row 4. Hasnain Khan and Felipe Reyes on the 5th row, completing the top 10. Sigurd Stubbert Fredriksson and Thomas Verheyen row 6. Badine Blankenberg and Adrian Stions row 7. Victor Reut, Sven Lindemann, Jeff Verbeek. We've got Jonathan Otto Falkenberg, Mikael Kumas, Lucas Stoddard, João Maria Pereira, Charles Kitely, Ryan Gandor, Mads Kraft and Peter Appelman, rounding out the 25-strong grid. They now officially go on to their formation lap. So the drivers now making their way through what will be turn number 9. So it's one win apiece for both Ashcroft and for Cole Denham. Who will be getting the advantage going into tomorrow's pre-final? So, round the final corner. Revs start to rise. It's Ashcroft on pole, Denham alongside. Lights are not out. It is a false start on this particular occasion. So, we've got to, so to speak, rip it up and start again on that one. Well, the first Minimax heat got the day going, but it was after a false start, and now we're having the same. I do say that sometimes lightning does strike twice. Second time of asking, Revs rise. Lights are out this time. And a pretty even start between the front row, but Lieke van Berkel looking to go up the inside of Cole Denham as they make their way through into turn number 2 for the opening time. Cole Denham used the runoff area in order to... Now, you can use the runoff areas on this circuit. We have had someone have a bit of a turnaround, I'm afraid. It looks to be one of the GKS karts. But Cole Denham was able to use the opportunity of the runoff area to get through as everyone's jockeying for position into turn 7. And that's in the midfield of the pack. So it's not always about bolting out of the gates and going hell for leather. Sometimes it's about just knowing what your pace is going to be like. So Jacob Ashcroft is in second behind Cole Denham, who leads the way. Third, it's Lars Lambers. Fourth, Albert Friend. Sixth, Rory Armstrong. Then Thomas Verheyen in sixth, Vic van Kampenhout, followed by Lieke van Berkel. As there has been an attempt on an overtake, which Vic van Kampenhout neatly gets through on Thomas Verheyen, going through into turn number 2. With the 180 trying to counter-attack through into turn 5, looks through into turn 6, a little touch with the 124, and that allows Lieke van Berkel to get through on Vic van Kampenhout. Can she get through on Thomas Verheyen through into turn 7? Not quite. In the meantime, Jacob Ashcroft has caught up, and I think very shortly will pass Cole Denham. It's not a case of if, it's a case of when that happens, and that could be very shortly as they come out of turn number 12. Ashcroft will now get the assistance of the slipstream. So will Albert Friend on Lars Lambers, and there goes Ashcroft up the inside, but straight away like a rat up a drain pipe. Cole Denham tries to counter-attack through. Ashcroft trying to keep it pinned, and Denham keeps it round the outside through into turn 3 and then makes the move stick. Albert Friend now in third. Rory Armstrong making it a quintet of drivers battling for the race lead. As now Albert Friend finds himself in contention for a victory on Heats Day. But now Ashcroft is going to try and tee up Denham. Goes through at turn 12. Denham's going to get the slipstream coming out of the corner. He's going to be side by side. As Ashcroft goes, right, you're going to have to try and do a lot better to get past me here at this circuit. And Denham goes for it again. Through into turn 2, retakes the lead. Albert Friend looking up the inside. Through he goes on Ashcroft, through turn number 3. Ashcroft pulls to the outside through into turn 6. Alarm bells might be ringing now because Lars Lambers has just been passed by Rory Armstrong, who's up into 4th place. So the powder keg has quite literally been lit on Guy Fawkes night between the top 3. Ashcroft now will slingshot past Albert Friend on the run down to turn 2, but will Albert Friend give him room? Yes, he does. Bearing in mind, people, folks that are watching at home, this is a one-off event, so the winner of the final is the winner of the kick-off. There are no points going towards the championship. This is a one-off event, so whoever wins, crosses the finish line first in any of the classes here this weekend and is declared the winner, that's it. They win the event and book their ticket to the BNL Karting Series for 2023 for the entirety of the season. Coming up to the halfway point here on the 3rd and final Minimax heat. Cole Denham still leading the way. Jacob Ashcroft just waiting for his opportunity to get through. Further back there is a change. And that was Lucas Stordeur, I believe. And that was on Buddy Blankenberg. That was for 9th place. As Ashcroft now starting to try and push the tempo and get through. In the meantime, there is Felipe Reyes, who has been silently making his way up the order. Felipe Reyes started down in 10th position. Now he has gotten past on Lars Lambers, so the young Dutchman now up into 5th place. It's like a hornet's nest at the front of the field, isn't it, folks? Because we've got several of them trying to compete over the race lead. And now Jacob Ashcroft right in the slipstream of Cole Denham, going through into turns 1 and 2. Just under 4 minutes remaining on the timer. As there's going to be a change here. Dick Van Kampenhout gets passed by Vadim Blankenberg for 10th position. But then you've got a whole host of drivers, including Zen Lindemann, João Maria Pereira, and Charles Kitely. And Vic Van Kampenhout is getting swallowed up in the crossfire a little bit. Lindemann drops towards the back part of the train. He looks to the outside as João Pereira. That was a send from the Portuguese man of war right there. Great move from João Pereira. Oh no, he gets touched. He gets a touch as Pereira. And that was not what he kind of wanted right there and then. It was such a great move. He gets passed by Lindemann. Back up the inside he goes on Lindemann. There's Lieke van Berkel, who has let Zen Lindemann running over the top of the back bumper. So Zen Lindemann was in a credible position to get into the top 10. And then, well, cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war, as they say. Vadim Blankenberg still trying to battle away with quite a few of the drivers. Heading into turn number 6. A couple of them including Thomas Verheyen. And then Sigurd Stubberup, the young Dane. Now Jacob Ashcroft is now leading the way ahead of Cole Denham. Albert Friend and Felipe Reyes, well, not quite intertwined, but close to each other for 3rd and 4th respectively. Rory Armstrong rounds out the top 5. Lars Lambers in 6, and there is a country mile between them and the next driver, which will be, looks to be the 104. That is Sigurd Stubberup from Denmark. Felipe Reyes now gets through on Albert Friend at turn 2 for 3rd place. 1 minute and 45 seconds still to go on the timer. Ashcroft looking to have the significant advantage going into tomorrow's pre-final. Coming down to the last 60 or so seconds of the race, plus an additional lap. Ashcroft's lead was over 0.38 of a second. He's nearly doubled it on that last lap. And what's more, a fastest lap from Ashcroft in the process. 59.8083. Cole Denham, a further 0.6 of a second adrift. Felipe Reyes still in 3rd and now is catching Cole Denham. Could be very, very close indeed between these two. Felipe Reyes decides not to go for the move through turn 7. We did see the drama that involved Brian Drivers and also Cole Denham in the opening heat. And that was on the very first race of the day. Very, very nip and tuck as to whether we go on to another lap. We're about to complete lap number 10. Down to the wire. 4, 3, 2, 1. Literally on the buzzer. Ashcroft timing that. Cole Denham not quite out of the woods yet. Still got Felipe Reyes for close company. Heading over into turn number 6. Felipe Reyes swings to the outside on the approach into the corner to get the hole shot. He's looking towards the outside, down the Europalan on Cole Denham, going through into turn 7 for what's going to be the penultimate time. Albert Friend, Rory Armstrong and Lars Lambers are not too far away from this, folks. This is going to be very, very close indeed. Felipe is looking one way, then the other. He's got to watch himself because Albert Friend is waiting in the wings. And there is a 5-second penalty going to Lieke van Berkel, I believe, the 185. But last lap board for Jacob Ashcroft. Pole position in overall qualifying this morning. 1 heat win and on the verge of capturing the double. Cole Denham really coming under the kibosh as Albert Friend launches it up the inside of the 107 from the Netherlands through turn number 3 on the last lap. That's exactly what Albert Friend needed to do. He just needed to wait. He could see that Denham and also Felipe Reyes and Rory Armstrong is through. Felipe Reyes runs wide coming out of turn 6 on the final lap, and that also allows Lars Lambers to get through. So what was looking to be a pretty good affair to be in the top 3, Felipe Reyes now ends up in 6th position. But our leader is about to make his way out of turn number 11. Pole position in qualifying. And now the advantage going into tomorrow. Jacob Ashcroft wins heats 2 and 3 in dominant fashion. Not as dominant as the previous race, but still with a margin of 1.82 seconds. Albert Friend finishing in 3rd behind Cole Denham, and Rory Armstrong making it a British top 4 lockout. Top 4 covered by 2.744 seconds. Lars Lambers and Felipe Reyes complete the top 6 with Lucas Stoddard, Sigurd Stubberup, Thomas Verheyen, João Maria Pereira, who could have been in the top 7 in this race. Finishing ahead of Lieke van Berkel, Hasnain Khan, Bodine Blankenberg, Finn Albert Jorgensen, Charles Keightley, Zen Lindemann, Victor Reitz, Mikael Kumas, Adrian Stions from Latvia, Mads Kraft, Ryan Gandor, Jeff Verbeek. Then we've also got Jonathan Otto Falkenberg, Vic van Kampenhout finishing in 24th, and Peter Appelman rounding out the 25 strong.